Welcome to German history with a German accent. My name is Wolf, W-O-L-F, just like the animal, and in today's video I'm talking about the fate of the German ship MV Wilhelm Gustloff. As always, if you enjoy these videos, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to drop me a comment below. The Wilhelm Gustloff was laid down on August 1st, 1936, at the Blumenfoss Shipbuilding Company in Hamburg, and was completed in March 1938. In the same month, the vessel launched on its maiden voyage. Initially, the ship, named after the leader of the Swiss NSDAP foreign organization, was built as a cruise ship for Germans to vacation on, owned by the German Labor Front. But even prior to the Second World War, the Wilhelm Gustloff transported Wehrmachtstroops. For example, members of the Condor Legion were transported back to Germany from Spain. Although the vessel was built for recreational purposes, it was already designed for a potential future military use. Corridors and elevators were wide enough for hospital beds, for example, and was subsequently handed over to the Kriegsmarine after the beginning of the Second World War. In September 1939, the Wilhelm Gustloff was used as a hospital ship for the German military. For example, the vessel transported wounded German soldiers back from Narvik in Norway. In November 1940, the Wilhelm Gustloff was repurposed. The white ship with a surrounding green line was repainted to the standard naval gray. For the next 4 years, the Wilhelm Gustloff hosted the 2nd Submarine Training Division as floating barracks in the port of Gdynia, near the city of Danzig. By the end of the Second World War, the Wilhelm Gustloff was used to evacuate civilians and German troops out of the Baltic area as well as the Prussian Pomeranian territory from the advancing Red Army troops. On January 30th, 1945, at around 1 p.m., the Wilhelm Gustloff left the port of Gdynia. Besides the 1,500 Wehrmacht soldiers, the vessel had also about 8,800 civilians aboard when it began its voyage towards the port of Kiel. It is not exactly known how many people were on board on the Wilhelm Gustloff, because many more human beings pushed themselves aboard after the counting was finished. The ship traveled with 2 protecting vessels, but due to mechanical problems, only the torpedo boat Löwe was able to keep contact to the Wilhelm Gustloff. On this journey, the ship had 4 men aboard holding the rank of captain. They had different opinions on the best travel route to avoid the danger of submarines. The captain in charge of the Wilhelm Gustloff, Friedrich Petersen, decided to avoid shallow waters in which submarines couldn't have operated. He did so for several reasons. First, due to the amount of passengers, he was unsure if the Wilhelm Gustloff could pass the shallow waters, but he was also not sure if the waters had been cleared of mines. The Wilhelm Gustloff traveled without positioning lights until the vessel received a message of an oncoming minesweeping vessel. To avoid a collision with said ship, the Wilhelm Gustloff activated its positioning lights. It turned out, though, that there was no minesweeper after all. Yet at around 9 p.m., the Soviet submarine S-13 sighted the lit German vessel and torpedoed it. About 1 hour after it was first hit, the Wilhelm Gustloff sank about 20 miles off of the Pomeranian coast. After the Wilhelm Gustloff fired their flare guns, help was dispatched to the sinking ship. The torpedo boat Löwe, the fleet torpedo boat T-36, amongst other ships, aided the sinking Wilhelm Gustloff. While doing so, T-36 was also attacked by the Soviet submarine S-13, but the German torpedo boat was able to fight it off by using water bombs. The heavy cruiser Admiral Hipper passed the sinking Wilhelm Gustloff without stopping and rendering aid. Reports say that the aiding German ships were able to rescue about 1,200 human beings. It is estimated that about 9,000 lives were lost that night. Although some sources claim that only 5,000 or as many as 9,600 people died during that night. If the estimated number of 9,000 casualties is accurate, it would make the sinking of the Wilhelm Gustloff the worst naval disaster in maritime history. And since that Wilhelm Gustloff was not marked as a hospital ship anymore, carried anti-aircraft guns, and was escorted by other military vessels, the attack and the sinking of the Wilhelm Gustloff was not considered a war crime. Thank you for watching this video.